Hello everyone, salutations. So I think so we are remaining with the last part of the lesson. Cyber law, chapter number 4, cyber law from 11th standard information technology textbook, and we are following Maharashtra State Board syllabus. So last part of the chapter is about security procedures and IT Act. Let us discuss them and we will complete the chapter probably in today's video. So security procedures, some special procedures can be used to keep your information secure. Three of them are mentioned in the textbook like encryption, SSL and firewall. Let us discuss each of them in detail. So in textbook only the one or two lines are given. It's not explained in lot of details. But I have included these pictures to make the concepts more clear. Let us see. So encryption it is a method of converting plain text into coded text. Okay, for example, ABC, a plain text called ABC may become anything. It can become A may be replaced, the letter A may be replaced to, for example, Z, or A may be replaced to, for example, Y. Then B may be replaced to a number 4, and C may be replaced to F. Okay, so A, B, C becomes Y, 4, F. Okay, so totally unknown text. So similarly, Apple. Now, Apple is an intelligible text. We understand what is the meaning of Apple. So Apple may convert into totally coded text, which is unintelligible, means a random mix of characters, numbers, and symbols, which makes no sense. So that is known as cipher text or coded text. So encryption, it is a method of converting the original message into random text, which should be complex to understand and difficult for a hacker to decode. Definitely. Now, plain text can be easily understood, but the coded text, it looks like just random characters and numbers and symbols. So it is difficult to decode. The idea is to ensure security and safety of data and its transmission. Now let us see an example. Now I have got this example from slideplayer.com. The second image you can see. This is a very small letter by Atul, okay, to Amit. Hi Amit, hope you are doing fine. How about meeting at the train station this Friday at 5 p.m.? Please let me know if it is okay with you. Regards, Atul. So this is the plain text message. Now, how it gets converted and how it looks when it gets converted into ciphertext or ciphertext, however you want to say. So, hi Amit became KLDPLW. Now see each and every letter, each and every word. Hope you are doing fine. How it is converted? Totally unintelligible. This is intelligible text because you can understand, make meaning out of it. You cannot understand this at all. Okay, five, only five makes sense, but five what? Okay, before and after it is totally unintelligible, totally gibberish. So this is known as conversion of plain text into ciphertext or ciphertext or coded text or unintelligible text. Okay, plain text to ciphertext. So encryption helps to make such type of conversion and protect the data. Okay, so this is for data protection. Now how it is done? Pay attention. The sender here, now in the first image, which is obtained from sectivostore.com. Now sender is converting the plain text, okay, into ciphertext. Okay, now this ciphertext has been locked because it is coded. For coding, a public key has been used. See, there is a key over here, public. Public key is like a code, passcode. It is not actually the literal key. Okay, it is a passcode through which the plain text has been converted into ciphertext. Now, this ciphertext data will be sent to the recipient. Okay, receiver who is going to receive. Now, the receiver will receive this. For example, here, Amit will receive this. Amit will not understand a word. So, this has to be decoded. Okay, so but for decryption, okay, now decryption, before obtaining the original message, obtaining the plain text original message, the message will be decrypted. For decrypting, private key is used. This is how encryption takes place. For encrypting, public key is used, and for decrypting, the reverse process of encryption, that means conversion of coded text into plain text. Okay, that means for decoding, private key is used. Okay, so very easy to remember. To create uh, or to perform encryption, public key is used, and to perform decryption, private key is used. Okay, now next we are going to talk about SSL. Now various softwares are available to do this. Okay, and I think so you must be aware lot of messengers like WhatsApp Messenger provides end-to-end encryption. That means whatever, for example, you are sending hi to your friend. Okay, so when the word hi is sent, okay, so in the network, first of all, the word hi will be converted into ciphertext. Then when your friend receives it, it automatically converts into plain text. That means within the network, the message which is traveling within the network, it is in the form of ciphertext. But whenever user reads it, it properly uh, decrypts. The decryption activity is also taking place quickly. Okay, so the entire communication is safe because WhatsApp gives you end-to-end encryption. Not only WhatsApp, many lot of leading messenger services gives you uh, end-to-end encryption facility. And I think so. Not only to text messages, the encryption facility is available to the calling facility also. Okay, because you can do WhatsApp calls, WhatsApp video calls. Okay, so that is also given security to encryption. Now, next we will discuss about SSL. SSL stands for Secure Socket Layer. So, observe the diagram, you will understand very easily. So, we are aware about the HTTP protocol, but when HTTP protocol is given protection of Secure Socket Layer, it becomes HTTPS. Okay, so very easily how you can identify through Google Chrome. Now Google Chrome browser easily provides you the identification. Now see this URL. Okay, URL HTTP, the first URL in the red color, HTTP yoursite.com. But before that, not secure means already Google Chrome has identified the website is not secure and shown you an red color alert. Okay, not secure, but the secure websites are shown with a lock symbol. Okay, so you can go for the websites which shows lock symbol. Okay, and either the lock will be in black color or it will be in green color, but it else it is secure website. And the website, see here, the first website, the red one which is not secure, it is just the protocol name is HTTP. Here the protocol name is HTTPS because the HTTP protocol is layered with SSL protocol, and that is why the website is secure. Okay, so always look for this lock symbol for the websites that gives you protection. Okay, so always prefer HTTPS protocol instead of HTTP. Now what explanation is given in the textbook, it is most convenient security model when through the SSL transmission of data is encrypted, client server information is authenticated, and also message integrity of TCP IP connection is used. Just making sure, if you just make sure that the website which you are using is having this lock icon. Okay, if it has this lock icon, if it is HTTPS, what all facilities you get? See, you get encryption. Okay, you for free of charge you get this encryption facility. You get authentication from TCP/IP secured connection. So it is very safe to use HTTPS protocols. Okay, so follow HTTPS websites which has this lock symbol in Google Chrome. Third is firewall. Now, firewall is a software. It is a software which creates a block between your device and the outer space, that is internet. Okay, now see the diagram. There is a wall in between. There is a pink color client device, that is your personal device, and on the opposite side of the wall there is a server through which you get the websites and all other information from internet, and there is an attacker also. But the server response from the server, which is in blue color, that is not blocked, because the firewall has identified that this server is proper source. Okay, it is the correct source. That is why your request could travel here and the servers could receive your request and give you the response. The response has been monitored by the firewall and not blocked. It came back. The response came back. But an attacker tried to block. Okay, sorry. An attacker tried to make a contact with your device. The firewall has recognized it is not a proper server, so it has been blocked. So that is the advantage of having firewall. It gives security. It identifies only the proper source, okay, and it only allows the proper source for communication with your device, not others. Okay, if anything is not identified, it understands it as an attacker and blocks it. So firewalls must be used. Now let us study. Firewall refers to network security, hardware and software system which blocks certain type of information. Okay, so a firewall may use both hardware as well as the software. Okay, to block certain type of information, forming a barrier between trusted and untrusted network. It attempts to block the spread of computer attacks. And that is why firewall must be used by the companies as well as us also. Okay. Now the last topic, IPF 2000. We discussed it in this in the introduction part. Okay. So in May 2000, both the houses of Indian Parliament passed the IT bill. The bill received the assent of President in August 2000 and it came to be known as IT Act 2000. Okay, so it was actually signed in August 2000 and it was introduced in May 2000 in the both the houses. So bill gets introduced, then discussion takes place. Lot of things get amended, changed. Okay, after a lot of discussion, it is approved with the majority, and then the bill is passed. Once the bill is passed, the president signs it, and it becomes act. Once the president signs on the bill, it becomes act. So IT Act 2000 is an act that provides, this is the definition, okay. Second point is the definition, to provide legal recognition for transaction carried out by means of electronic interchange, EDI, and other means of electronic communication. Okay, so it gives legal recognition to EDI transactions as well as electronic communication. So it aims to provide legal infrastructure for e-commerce in India. Okay, because in for e-commerce we must do online payment. Okay, we must have the choice of doing online payment, so the data, our personal data, banking data will be shared, so that needs protection. Okay, and the laws must be there if there is a punishable offense. So it gives legal infrastructure to e-commerce also. So cyber laws are contained in IT Act 2000. So the main act is IT Act. Under that, cyber laws are there. So the cyber laws have major impact on for e-business and new economy in India. Correct, that is true. The act states that unless and otherwise agreed, an acceptance of contract may be expressed by electronic means of communication and the same shall have legal validity and enforceability. Okay, so um, legal documents. Okay, documents which are created electronically, but if they are maintained properly, okay, as per IT laws, they can be considered as legal document. That is the meaning. Now, some salient features. So, digital signature has been replaced with electronic signature to make it more technology neutral act. Okay. So digital signature was there, but nowadays electronic signature. Now a lot of softwares are there available in the market, okay, to create electronic signature. So you can see on the gazettes. Gazette means I mean the formal letters, okay, formal letters or the what you can say general regulations. So below the general regulations, the sign of the authorized person is there of the department or of the government department, whoever is in charge of that department, the signature, but that signature is in electronic form. That is electronic signature. It elaborates on offenses, penalties, and breaches. Okay. So in IT Act, all kind of offenses, penalties, breaches, or everything is mentioned. Okay, for that, all the laws, punishments, everything is mentioned. It outlines the justice dispensation system for cyber crime. Okay, for cyber crime also there is proper justice. Then it defines in new section that cyber cafe is any facility from where the access to internet is offered by any person in ordinary course of business to the members of the public. Okay, so cyber cafe has to be maintained carefully and used carefully, and that is why before using cyber cafe, the owners of cyber cafe they ask for proper identity proof like Aadhaar card or PAN card, or your if you are a student, they may demand the college ID. Okay, um, it provides it provides for the constitution of cyber regulatory advisory committee. Okay, so there is a cyber regulations advisory committee who take care about the amendments. Okay, like if there is any changes, needs any upgradation, some acts get scrapped also, some acts get little bit changes. Okay, so there is the advisory committee to take care for all this. Now in IT Act 2000, the IT Act 2000 was amended, means there were a lot of changes in 2008 and 2011 because the technologies upgraded. Okay, so smartphones, cyber cafe, whenever all these services were popular in the market, accordingly the laws got amended, means it got upgraded, and it includes rules for cyber cafe, cyber security, delivery of service providers, audit for electronic document, etc. Now, I think so. This is the last slide. So a little detail about actually, if it is said punishments are there, it is a punishable offense. Is it really a punishable offense? Yes. See. Okay. Now the information, the source of information I have mentioned, and compromise accounts like okay fake profiles or bots, and if they perform phishing, defamation, spamming, so under IPC, under IT Act. Okay, so all these acts are mentioned. So definitely that is not mentioned in the textbook, but it is there as per constitution like this. Now see tempering. Now see the next image. Okay, important section of IT Act 2000. Now tampering with computer source. The section is 65, and for penalty that is either imprisonment for 3 years or up to fine 2 lakh cash or both, depending upon the nature of the crime. Then hacking with computer system. For hacking, the punishment there is 3 years of punishment and 5 lakhs of penalty. Then receiving stolen computer or communication device. Okay, that means if you have stolen devices, then for that also, and there means people who steal the smartphones and everything like that. So for that, punishment is there. Okay, fine is also there. Using password of another person, that is also punishable offense. See, then cheating using computer resource, publishing private images of others. For that, publishing private images of others, for that punishment is imprisonment up to 3 years or up to 2 lakhs fine or both. Then cyber terrorism imprisonment up to life. Okay, that means using using cyber cyber cafe, internet, okay, using internet facilities to spread the messages of terrorism. So for that, lifetime imprisonment. Then failure to maintain records, either imprisonment up to 3 years or fine or okay. So this information was luckily available, so I could show you many more information. Is there? Lot of information is there if you try to read, research. Okay. So this is the end of the chapter. Thank you, everybody. I deeply express my gratitude to all of you and wishing a very successful new year to everyone. Take care of your health.